Hey there! A pen was sent to me by my main man, Bill. Bill always sends me the coolest stuff, and he sent me, I saved the packaging, but as you can see it was just sort of a bubble, nothing too fancy. He sent me a Sheaffer School fountain pen. It looks like this. It's a simple pen. I'm going to cover the parts, and tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and I'll do a writing sample. Alright, so first of all, very plasticky pen. This is a simple pen, school pen, you give it to kids, but that doesn't mean adults cannot also use it, right? And it has some cool things going for it. So, first of all, on top of the cap, you get this sort of see-through thing, which is kind of cool. Doesn't really have purpose, but kind of cool. Then you get the clip, simple clip, it says Sheaffer, springy, but I could definitely bend that, so I won't push it too far. Cap just pops off, you get the barrel, nice and elongated, and look, one of the cool features, yes, that's an ink window. And this actually holds a cartridge. It came with two cartridges, Sheaffer cartridges, you know, those are the weird flat ones that really have a nipple on either end. You get a center band. The center band around the cap actually says nothing. There's nothing on it, no Sheaffer or whatever. And then you have the section and the nib. The section is somewhat reminiscent of the prelude section, but it's not actually a prelude section. I think it's a little bit different. The nib, slightly reminiscent of the prelude nib, but it's not actually a prelude nib. It's fine, it says Sheaffer, but it's just a little bit different. As I said, cartridge in there. Now, of course, I know what you're thinking, because that's what I'm thinking. Plastic barrel, ink window, plastic section, eyedropper that bastard. And that's right, and that's what I'm going to be doing, because it looks like it's completely closed off. The one thing I hope is that the ink window won't leak. I'll have to try that. At first I just wanted to slap in that cartridge to see how it writes, and it writes pretty well. It's not the smoothest nib I've ever used, but I'm just grabbing a bit of cardboard here. It's definitely not the scratchiest either. Is it perfect? No, but for what you're likely to pay for this, I mean, I don't know exactly what it costed, but you know, clearly it's not going to be a $500 pen. I think it's decent, and you can take this with you. You can lose it somewhere, not really shed a tear, just buy a new one. I think that's pretty cool. What do I like about it? What do I not like about it? Well, as always, I like the Sheaffer feeds. They keep up well. The big feeds, they work well. I like that section, those little scales. They give you a nice grip. It's a bit thick, but that's probably because it was meant to be used by children, right? They're learning how to write. The fine motor skills are not that great yet. Well, this looks particularly dumb, but you know, it's pleasant to hold. The ink window, super cool, because then you always know how much ink you got left. And that's pretty much it. Things I don't like about it, well, it feels cheap. I'm sorry, it feels cheap. It's a plastic pen. This is what you get, right? There's nothing to be done about that. Another thing I don't really like is that you get this inner cap. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but there is a bit of an inner cap going on there. And your nib can get snugged on that, and then you have to sort of align it well and then pop it up there. But that's okay. That's pretty much it, and that's what I can tell you about this pen. It's a simple pen, it's a nice pen. I enjoy using it. So, Bill, thank you very much. I think we need to get some measurements. As to weight, I get 10 grams, not a whole lot. As to size, I get 129 millimeters capped. Uncapped, I have 100, what is that? 118 section diameter. I'm not measuring those grip scales. I got 9 millimeters at the top end and all the way near the bottom, just below the barrel. I got 11, so it's definitely a thicker pen. Interesting, very cool. I think we need a writing sample. That's what we'll do next. I hope this was useful, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. Okay, so here we go with the Sheaffer School. You hear that? You will feel this nib. I've been using it earlier, and then I thought it was okay, but now that I use it again, there's specific strokes that make it a bit scratchy. I must say I've been using it in other paper. I didn't notice it that much, but for some reason on Rhodia, you can hear it, right? Yeah, okay. Do a bit of writing. Is it going to get the job done as a fountain pen? Absolutely. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure that a bit of micro mesh will make short work of this. Over the lazy dog, over. Again. Go away. Fast writing. Yeah, you'll definitely feel some scratch there, but it keeps up pretty well ink flow. It's a pretty wet writer, even though it's scratchy, and right now it's digging into my paper. You definitely get a wet line. That's the line variation. You definitely squeeze some out. Bit of reverse writing, that's usually done to make the nib a bit finer. As this is already fine, let me show whether it adds something, and it's really sharp, it's really cutting into the paper, so I don't think that's a very good idea. Bill, thank you so much for sending me this pen. It's a pretty cool pen. I'm going to smooth it out a bit, and I think it's going to be a nice writer. I hope this was useful, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.